fell in love with ballet because the expression that ballet gives, it speaks a lot. It speaks about life, speaks about history, it speaks about music. The message that ballet conveys made me fall in love with it. For instance, now you're dancing, and in your dance, you might have spoken a lot that you being the dancer does not even understand, but the viewers has already catch the vision. Like, wow.
Hello, dancers. Today is a very special episode of the Loft Ballerina channel because I am doing my first long distance, very long distance interview with my friend Reuben from Nigeria. Say hi, Reuben.
Hi, 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 dancers.
So, Reuben and we connected through Facebook. He is a very special person with a very, very deep love of ballet. Reuben started ballet at 22. And without any previous experience, he decided to start taking classes and also guide his little niece. Is it your niece, Reuben?
Yes.
His niece, who was 3 years old, into her ballet journey. And I'm going to let him tell you all about it. But I have been, talking with Reuben and following his path. He has created a ballet school in Abuja, Nigeria, for kids. And I think he's doing great work helping preserve the art of ballet for the next generation. And we're just going to have a talk, and please join us. We're going to learn all about Reuben and his company, Goodness Ballet.
Finally, good to meet you, to see you.
I know, it's nice to finally see you. How are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you too? How's Georgia?
It's
How's
hot.
Atlanta?
It's very hot.
Like my name is Reuben, and I am the artistic director of Goodness Ballet Dance Academy in Nigeria, and um, like about myself, my story is just I should just put it like I'm a kind of simple kind of person. I come from the eastern part of Nigeria, and then but I dwell and live in the western part of Nigeria, which is known as Lagos State, which is the former capital of Nigeria. So that was where I got to see, because Lagos is the economical capital of Nigeria, very is a large city. So that was where I get to know about ballet and what it's all about. And this is one thing I've always been aspiring. And because I don't have any idea about ballet, I had to, if at least I can have any opportunity to have a joy in ballet, let me be a blessing to someone. So I had to talk to my aunt, and I told her, this your daughter. Then she has a daughter, a 3 years old kid. So I said, there is a ballet school I know in the capital of Lagos. So I'm going to register your daughter in for ballet. And at least I know I love ballet so much, but I don't have the idea that I can still participate and join and learn or something like that. I felt, oh, my time is up. I can't do ballet, or I can just sit back and watch people do that. So I had to promise my child, my aunt's kid, let me help. So that was how I was able to help her at that time. And when I seen her grow, I just had to um, do a research by myself about this ballet and how it came about and the ages and all that. That was how I started getting enlightenment.
How old were you when you started this?
I was 22.
Okay.
Then.
And you had no
ago.
Experience?
Yes, no experience at all.
It's just something you loved?
Yes. So I registered, I got myself registered in a dance institution there. And then it didn't last for a while. I pull out. I pull out because I felt maybe I'm not sure I can do this. Then later on, I got myself registered in another dance institution again the following year. And that was how I started enjoying ballet. And I felt, okay, instead of, because in Lagos, there are so many ballet institutions. So
How
I
big is
had
it? How big of a city?
30, if I'm correct, over 30 million people.
Oh
The
wow.
city is,
Did you say 30 million?
yes,
30.
the,
Wow, that's huge.
the city is small, but it has, that's the city with the highest number of people in the country,
Yeah, that's a lot of
with the
people.
highest population. So they call it the economical capital of the country, but that is not the capital of the country. I am currently in the capital of the country.
Because
So
that's where,
I had to relocate from Lagos because I felt if I'm to start a dance academy, it has to be with a different vision. I don't want to do a competition with people because there are too many ballet institutions already in Lagos. So I don't want to do a competition with people there. I have to start somewhere. So that was how I got the vision of go to Abuja. And Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. So coming down to Abuja, I discovered, wow, ballet is new here. They've not heard about it. It's unusual. We only have about one, two, or three dance institutions here. I said that was what got me more excited. Like, yes, this is where you need to start. And this here you can have opportunity because this is the capital, the federal capital territory. You can have opportunity to reach out to the government agencies if you need to get connect with the UK embassy, US embassy, Russian embassy about ballet and to do more international programs and all that. You can have more privilege. That's how we started.
all right, Reuben. So briefly just tell me what is it that got you to fall in love with ballet?
I fell in love with ballet because the expression that ballet gives, it speaks a lot. It speaks about life, it speaks about history, it speaks about music. The message that ballet conveys made me fall in love with it. For instance, now you're dancing, and in your dance, you might have spoken a lot that you being the dancer does not even understand, but the viewers has already catch the vision. Like, I've been striving, working hard to make sure I'm an artistic choreographer. I wanted to be that because of what kind of message I convey through dance.
Everybody knows ballet is basically, if you know how to dance ballet, you can learn any other style of dance easier because it gives you all the structure, and it also gives you the physical ability to perform a lot of different styles of dances. I have noticed that like a lot of the younger people now, they are kind of afraid of ballet because it's so structured and you have to practice so consistently. uh, was that something that attracted you?
I've come in contact with a lot of people that when they join ballet and they feel sometimes they don't even join ballet, they will tell you ballet is a bit difficult to join and they don't
Mhm.
want to stress themselves. And some would go as far as telling you like their bone is somehow strong. They're not ready to break their bone yet. They believe ballet it's more like a contortion. So I make
Yeah,
them understand explanation, details. It's not like that. Ballet is a step dance. You have to practice it step by step, and you have to understand what you are doing. We cannot just tell you do a back bend in ballet. It has a name. It has an
right.
origin.
It has a whole language, and I think one of the misconceptions that people have is that you have to be able to like get your leg up like this,
Yes,
or,
yes. Twist
or
it.
yes, and you know a lot of the like in the social media now, the professional younger dancers are showing like over splits and like quadruple fouettes. So I think that's sort of negative because then people think like, oh, if I can't do that, then I can't learn ballet. And that's not true because those dancers did not start there. They started just doing plies, just like everybody else, right?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
How long did you train for in Legos?
The first studio that I trained for 3 months, and I told you I quit. I quitted.
Why did you quit?
I felt the training was not for me. I had to go and advise myself. Like, look, if truly this is what you love, You just had to be patient and do it through.
So it wasn't because you feel like it was a little too advanced for you starting from nothing?
Yes, yes, exactly. Because that particular studio now, with the experience that I have, I realized what was wrong then, which happens that that particular studio they don't do beginners class.
So you went to a different studio.
Yes, I went to a different studio where I trained for 8 months before I relocated out from Lagos.
And then from there, and at this point you were just dancing for your own enjoyment, right?
Yes, yes.
So from there, how did you go to starting your own ballet school?
I have this partner. She's also a ballet teacher in the same studio was training, and she was the first that came down to Abuja.
Which is the
So
actual capital of Nigeria,
yes,
right?
yes. How she started was, I'm gonna make it very simple now. Her name is Goodness,
Oh, that's why.
okay, and she started training kids in schools in
Hmm.
Abuja. Then I was still in Lagos. So he gave me a call that, look, ballet here is more lovely. Kids love it so much than there in Lagos. And there are no competitors like the way it is in Lagos. So I was like, this is a
Yes.
good,
So it
let
was
me come and join. So that was how we conjuncted together. We started together training only in schools for 6 months before we got something, and then we created a weekend class, which then the weekend class we were training on. So that was how I got the name Goodness Ballet Dance Academy.
and how many kids do you have now?
In the academy, we
Hmm.
have over 25 students, over 25,
And what are their ages?
from age 2 to age 19.
That's great. That's awesome. So I heard you say that your partner Goodness called you and she said, hey, here in Abuja it's better because the kids are not so focused on the competition and like the shiny things, but they really just love the art of ballet.
Yes,
And I think that's wonderful. I think that is lost a lot, like in the bigger cities, not just over there, here too, and just in general in the dance world. This flashy dance competitions, they're all about, tricks on stage and shiny costumes, and like they forget that the grind of the technique and how beautiful that can actually be. So
yes, 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 you're right.
I I think I'm glad that we connected because like we share that vision of like how important these fundamentals are. And how long have you guys had the dance company running now?
Yeah, since 2019, December 2019.
Oh wow, so
So
it's pretty. So when we started talking, it was you guys were just starting out.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
That's
That's
awesome.
true.
Switching gears, I know that the whole world has been turned around because of COVID and also a lot of social unrest. How is it like teaching over there?
Since we had this COVID 19 issue, it was a lockdown, and then this year, I think January, the lockdown was eased. So now people are back to their places of work, though, of course, all over the world, the COVID affected economies and all that. But right here in Nigeria, everybody's back to their work.
Back to normal.
So, yes, 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 yes,
That's
like
that's
normal.
that's
Like
good.
education, they are rushing up now to meet up with the syllabus. And while we are in the dance institution as well, we're trying our best to make sure we meet up with some target that we missed during the COVID situation time.
That is great because I know that in some other areas of Africa, in the Middle East, there's a lot of stuff going on. So that's great to
Yes.
hear. And here, we are I'm in Georgia, so we pretty much had a short lockdown, and we were able to go back to the studio pretty soon, but we had to wear masks up until this week. Not till last week, we had to wear masks. How do you think learning ballet affects a kid's life?
From my experience so far, ballet helps the coordination of the kids, and we have that in a video on our page. You know, December last year we had a dance recital. So during the dance recital, we had one of our parents to talk about the academy and about their kids. Since she registered her kid in our academy, she noticed so much that the kids usually is not stable, not coordinated. But now the ballet has helped her. Gives her a balanced coordination. So I had to mark that word, a balanced coordination. Wow. So it's something that we experienced, and not just that, some of these kids, ballet is helping them do academically well, excellently. You
Yeah,
know,
and that has actually, there has been scientific studies that confirm that, like across the board, usually kids that participate in ballet, that that were participating in a ballet program, after they tend to improve academically. So in the coordination and balance, it translates to the rest of their life, not just being in the studio. That kind of didn't work for me because I'm super clumsy when I'm not in the studio, but it's just me. Just a fun question. Do you watch like classical ballet or modern ballet? Do you get a chance to watch some performances like on video or in person? And what is your favorite ballet and why?
ballet, I watch a lot of videos because from the videos, I of course gain more knowledge and skill and techniques. Swan Lake, I've been following, like I watch Swan Lake videos a lot. So whenever I hear maybe the last Swan Lake dance performance that happened in Netherlands, I had to watch the performance live because I got a friend that got me a ticket, so I had to watch. I love Swan Lake. I love watching the dance performance.
What? Tell me more. I want to really know about the school that you guys have. Tell me how it started. What is the mission that you guys have?
And the vision has to be to take, after the discovery of ballet in Africa, most especially ballet in Nigeria, we see that kids, people, the citizens are not much familiar because ballet is yet to be a full-time recognized style of dance. Like it's not just like in America, these are in sync with the government. But here, it's not like that. So we have other dance like cultural dances and every other thing, but ballet is not a dance that is yet approved. Like you see, ballet are done by individuals that own the ballet institutions and all that, but they're just doing it from their own. So the vision of Goodness Ballet Dance Academy is number one, to take um, the ballet out outside Nigeria through the academy. And by doing that is um, getting to, is relocating to the capital of Nigeria, which is Abuja, where we have. And number two is to make, because we discovered that the kids love ballet so much because they watch it on TV and only on TV. So these are the things we've seen it to be a driving force in them. So we want to take advantage of that because here in my academy, parents don't have too many interests in ballet the way the kids do. It is the kids that drives the parent, like, oh, mommy, you must register me in ballet. I want to dance ballet or nothing else. Recently, I started doing research about ballet in academics and in human brain and all that. So, and I saw a lot of positive things, a lot of inspiring things, to be sincere. So, I want to use this opportunity as well to through the academy, make the parents, the citizens, the people understand the educational benefits of ballet, and also the physical and the mental benefits of ballet.
And I don't know if you know this, Reuben, but I'm actually doing my doctoral research on the benefits of ballet, and I'm particularly going to work with adults because it's doing research with children is here in America it's a lot more complicated. I just want to get this dissertation done, but I am going to study the positive effects of ballet for adults on their quality of life and stress reduction, and also on the social level. But it would be very interesting to come over there and do some kind of official study, like once I have my degree, do an actual academic rigorous study with the kids on how it helps them improve their life.
It will be fantastic. It will be lovely.
I think we will be able to do that eventually. It would be really great because there is a lot of studies that show, like across the board, they always show benefits not only in the physical aspect but in cognitive markers. Why do you think is the parents are not that into it as much as the kids?
Because they don't have the knowledge. In America, there are certain things you are yet to know, right? Mm-hmm. Until the knowledge comes to you with good understanding, that is when you can know, yes, oh, this is what I've been missing all these years. This is what I've been missing all this while. They are yet to know. So you need to communicate it. Like for example, last week in one of our studios, a parent came and was, these parents during class, when we're taking kids, they have their own waiting session. Mm-hmm. So as women, they were just gisting, talking a lot of things and all that. So one of the parents now said, this my child loves ballet. I don't know the importance of ballet, and I just feel okay, she should just come and have fun. So she believed it's just fun. It was the other parent she was talking to that was now educating her that no, this is not just fun. You don't know where this thing can take this girl to now. Before she started, you see. So it's about the knowledge and the understanding. They don't know.
Well, yeah, and you mentioned something that I think is very important, and is that really ballet, like classical ballet, is not part of the Nigerian culture. So you guys have your own, regional and national type dances that I'm sure people know very well, but this is kind of ballet is imported into Nigeria as something that, perhaps not everybody knows about. It's like they didn't grow up with it. What you guys are doing is trying to expose not just the parents, but also the kids to this. And of course, the kids are, they're young, so they are more open to new things, right?
Yes.
But I think you guys are doing a great job of, promoting that in your country. Tell me, how, like you said, you have students from like 3 to 19, right?
Yes.
And I think we were talking about this, but that's kind of when we got cut off. About the adult classes for adults, are you thinking about maybe having some, or do you see any interest?
We decided to start an adult class, and we want to we tagged the name. We've not started it yet, but we're working towards it. So we tagged the name Ballet After 50. So
yeah,
it doesn't have to be people above 50 that can enroll, because the idea is for an adult, if you're maybe up to 30, 35, 40, even above 50. It's just to let them know that adults dance ballet. Because when we tell this mommy that, can you come join ballet, they will say, at my age, how can I dance ballet at my age? It's unbelievable to them. It's just like, it's not possible to them.
Yeah, people, and I run into the same thing here, some people even tell me like, oh, how come you still dance? Like because the general idea is that, you do something like ballet as a kid, and then unless you become a professional, you just stop. And here in America, this is simply not true anymore. Like, some of the adult classes that I go to, there is adults that have started in their 50s or 40s, and there is some that were trained through their adolescence, and then they just return, and now they just do it for fun, because they enjoyed it when they were younger and they still enjoy it. So the only problem that you will find with the adults, I think, is that there's different levels of experience. So at some point, I think you will have to have like a adults with experience class and an absolute beginner adult class. Because if they never learn the basics, like even if it's been years, but you learn the basics as a child, you will remember. But if you never learned like all the positions and the tempos and the combinations, and how there's like you always start with the left hand on the bar, and then you always turn towards the bar, and you don't talk during class, all those things that are very specific to ballet. If the adults don't know them, it's just going to take them a little while. They will learn them, but you can't just throw them in a class with people with experience because they will be a little lost. So that's why I made that online course that I think I mentioned to you about. And this is something we can talk about, having your adult students use. I basically made an online course that they can learn everything from like how to pick the shoes, how to find a studio, how to behave in class, and then all the very basic steps are explained. I'm going to go ahead and send it to you so you can tell me what you think. But basically, it gives them like a primer. So when they do go to their first class, they're not completely lost when the teacher says, left hand on the bar. I think it's a helpful thing for the beginners. Do you think that would be helpful to have?
Yes, of course, it will be helpful to have, because if we're having any adult class, adults are mature. They know what they want, right? So by the time they get into class, they know, like just unlike kids, if you tell them to go this direction, they know they will surely do that because they don't know why. But adults, if you tell them to go this direction, they will want to know why. So if we're starting an adult class and we have the structure or be laid down, just like you said, what kind of shoes to go for and how to behave in class and all those things like that, they will definitely know that this is a different class, unlike other dances. So it will be very helpful.
It's very different, that's the one thing about ballet classes, that no matter where you go in the world, you don't really even have to know the language. You can take class, in any language because the basic things are the same. That's different than any other type of dance class. What do you think? Like, ballet is a classical art. It has been around for hundreds of years, and it has evolved with the time a little bit, but some things still remain the same. But some people say that it's a dying art, like because it's so classical, so traditional. Some people think that it's not going to survive much longer. I just want to know, what is your opinion on that?
I'm going to say, based on my continent, which is Africa, ballet is like a new star here. It's growing like it's growing magically.
Really? That's very good to hear.
It's a magical growth here, because I remember when we started 2019, like I said, we started late 2019. Now, before I log into my Facebook, I'm seeing a lot of ballet institutions, academies, clubs in Nigeria, even in Abuja here. So on one part, I'm excited that this is making great move. It's extending. The extension is going so great.
That is great.
So I was like, so now it doesn't have to be only Lagos. Now it has moved to Abuja, and before you know it, it's going to get to other parts of Nigeria. So same is in Africa. So it's growing magically here, to be sincere. I'm seeing a lot of international support for other ballet institutions here in Nigeria. So just like, for instance, I don't know if you've heard of Lip Dance Academy. Yes, they are in Nigeria, they're in Lagos.
So maybe ballet is finding its new home and outside of its place of birth, which is Europe.
It's an extension.
Yeah, and
right?
well, also like in Japan and China, there is a lot of interest in ballet, and I think what I see is here in America is this tendency of not liking things that are hard. Kids that I take class with, they are classical ballet kids. They are very dedicated to the art. We have a lot of studios that have different types of dance. So those kids only take ballet like once a week. And then, of course, they don't like it as much as the other dances because in the other dances, they don't have to be that precise. So they just kind of basically, they like the easy stuff because it's easier. So I think ballet in that way is actually a great counterpart to that, because if a kid learns classical dance, then they have like that sense of discipline and striving. If something is hard, I'm still gonna do it, even if it takes me longer to learn. So I think little girls all over the world are never gonna let it die completely.
Yes, I agree to that.
I know you teach. Do you still get to dance?
I wasn't taking any class last year, so I only had my instructor take take classes last year. But this year we have quite a number of because last year we only have 2 branches. So for this year it's now 3 branch. So I started taking class this year, and like I said, I focus on the intermediate the most. So other of my instructors are taking the kids. So mine is intermediate. So I try my possible best to take online classes and get myself equipped and in knowledge, in techniques and everything, and then I have it for.
Yes. It's hard to take online classes, right?
Yes, yes. Of course, it is, to be sincere.
Yeah, I have taken some classes via Zoom when we were traveling, and it's just not quite the same, but it's still better than no class. I almost prefer pre-recorded online classes because then you can like stop and pause. Do you have any boys, any males, or is it just girls right now?
Not yet. Not yet.
And here is the same. There's very few boys. Like in the smaller cities, boys, especially in the South, boys tend to like want to play football, and stuff like that.
They want to do karate.
Yeah, they want to do martial arts. But hopefully, you will get some more, and that way the girls can learn a little partnering.
Yes, that's what we're working on too.
Now, do you guys do any kind of like community outreach? Like, for example, when we do the Nutcracker, we have a special show just for like middle school kids, just to kind of expose the entire community to ballet. Do you guys have anything like that?
What we do is strictly on invitation. And last year, I can say a church, all right, invited us for Christmas carol dance presentation, and I personally took 2 of my students in the intermediate and took them there. So they danced to a Christmas song. This month, 24th of this month, is someone's birthday, and she reached out to us and said, "Look, I love ballet so much, and I just wish you can surprise me with a dance, come and perform in my birthday celebration." So I said, okay, we can talk about it. So it's strictly on invitation.
I actually did, that's in the previous videos, a friend of mine and we did, one of my students actually was getting married, and the theme of her wedding was Christmas. So I told her like, well, how about we do a dance from the Nutcracker for you? And we did it, and they love it. Like the family, they loved it. They're still talking about it. So that's another avenue, I think, is performing at people's events and stuff like that.
It creates awareness too.
Yes, because a lot of people didn't really know much about ballet at all because they have never seen one. So it kind of perked up their interest. And it's just a great way to reach out. I love doing events like that. Now, like I said to you, the kids at the Columbus Ballet were very, very happy to donate a bunch of stuff for you guys, because I know it's hard to get like shoes and stuff over there, right?
Yes, shoes, costumes, yes.
Yeah, so we have the package of shoes just went out last week, and then the next one is going to be like mixed costumes and just like practice clothes.
Wow. So you finally sent it.
Yes, I said, well, the thing is, it's so expensive to send. That's why I had to break it in three, because it was like $60 for one package. And then there is two more. So it's like a little bit over $200 total to send. So if any of my viewer wants to contribute to this shipping, I'm going to put my information below where they can donate towards this. There is a lot of the leotards are like the same colors, so you'll actually be able to have the matching.
Did I tell you about the last dance recital we had?
No, you
Last
haven't
year,
told.
we had a dance recital last year, December. So it was amazing. Yeah, I think you should see some pictures or videos about it on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures. Mm-hmm.
So another one is coming up, 31st of July. We just picked the date, 31st of July. And you remember, last year we only have 2 branches. Now we're 3. One branch has 2 groups, one group, the other one group. So now 3 branches. So we want to make this one more exciting and amazing.
Are you going to perform like a classical ballet choreography, or is this something new?
Yeah, it's I wanted to do something different this time. Last year we did a classical ballet, like my intermediate students dance to a classical ballet tune, and the kids do some nice stuff. But this year, the summer dance festival we're planning to hold, we're going to have it mixed. We're going to have classical ballet. We're going to have contemporary, a lot of stuff. 31st.
July 31st.
Yes, 31st.
Okay. Are you going to do a Facebook Live?
We should, because last year what we did was we called a videographer, a professional videographer that covered the event. And then we have a split. We split some of the event and we posted it online. But this year, I don't know if it's okay for us to do a live video where viewers can watch.
My studio always does Facebook Lives for everything, but they also record it, because here's the thing: in the Facebook Live, you can get, different angles. It's just like continuous playing, and usually like you just get like the whole group, performing. So I would do it, but I would also do a nice recording. If the kids have any family that can't be there, then they can just watch it live. But I would definitely record it. And I would also record it, like perhaps not like, like I said, take different angles, because this is something that I noticed about, like, we just got the videos from our last recital, which I will post soon. But it's all like, one frame, you can see everybody, because they film it like from the back of the, like where people would be sitting. So I would do that, but I would also perhaps, during the dress rehearsals, film other angles, just so you can have like a more close-ups of people and stuff like that. Well, I think we could stop here. We have talked a lot about your school and all your work, and really happy that we got to actually talk in person. Well, on Zoom, but still, and just keep doing the great work, and we'll keep come up with more ideas to collaborate.
Thank you so much, Natasha.
And if you just want to say real quick, so people can follow you on social media, what are your social media? And I will write it down, but still, some people just hear it and they will go follow you.
Okay, so you can follow us, everyone. You can follow us on Facebook at Goodness Ballet Dance Academy. That's our page of Facebook. And we also have a group on Facebook for everyone, Goodness Ballet Dance Club, no space. So you can search for the group and join the group. We're going to allow you in instantly. And then we'll also have an Instagram page as well, Goodness Ballet Dance Academy, no space. So you can search for that and follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for your effort, encouragement and efforts as well.
Thank you for doing everything that you do and for your passion and dedication. And okay, I'm gonna sign off here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you give this video a like, and please share it with other ballet lovers and people that you think will enjoy it.